the links is a great way to enjoy the outdoors, but lower back pain can sometimes put a damper on your golf game. Dr. Richard Busch joins us today with our medical minute and how we can avoid some of that pain. So I need to listen to this too, because I can probably need to improve my game too. But what's the number one mistake people make?
Well, I think probably the number one mistake almost everybody makes is they try to swing too hard. You know, the biggest thing that we see, especially with patients who have low back problems, and I see a lot of them, especially patients that want to go play golf, they try to get started too quickly with everything. So they forget to warm up. They forget to stretch their upper body, their legs, the extensors and the flexors in their legs. But then along with that, the next thing that they try to do is they forget how to swing, or they try to swing too hard.
Right.
And something that I think a lot of people don't really think about, but it is a good idea for everybody to take at least a class or two a year, just basically to make sure that you're actually following the proper biomechanics. I mean, even Tiger Woods made sure that he has a swing coach.
Right.
So that's something that's vitally important as well.
So how does the swing affect your back?
Well, if you think about where most of that torque takes place, it's right down at the base of your spine, right about the L5-S1 level. As far as that's concerned, it's also where more commonly patients that are 30 to 40 years old develop herniated discs or degenerative discs. So as a result of that, you got to think about the biomechanics first of all, but then along with that, you also want to make sure that you're not overdoing it, because we all have a tendency to want to make sure that we hit it all onto the green the first time.
Right, yeah, we want to crush it so badly, but it actually won't actually help.
But usually with the patients that we treat, especially if we've treated them for a disc problem, then I generally will send them out to the driving range and have them get a small bucket of balls with their short irons and see how well they do with that. And then after that, no matter how good they feel after the first bucket, they have to go home. And then if they feel good the next day, then we can send them back out with their longer clubs. And basically making sure that they're all very conscious of the biomechanics of their swing and that nobody's over swinging. One of the interesting things about that is that almost every single one of them comes back and says, hey, I shot the best round of my life when they actually get on the course.
Oh, hey, so there's no guarantee of a better score, but maybe
it may help out a little bit. And so if we're a little bit more patient and we pay attention to what we're doing and how we're doing it, then we often have a tendency to do a lot better.
Right, and of course the score improves if you are not in pain.
Well, exactly, and if you're patient. So all of those things play a role. And then along with that, we also want to make sure that in doing things like carrying our bag, okay? You know, a lot of people have noticed recently as far as book bags, you want to put both of the straps over their shoulders. I personally don't necessarily like to do that. I'd rather ride.
Right.
But that's just me being lazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got the solution for that. We just ride in a cart.
Exactly.
All right, well, that's our time for today. Thank you so much, Dr. Busch, for coming in. And you can find out more ways to prevent lower back pain and other information at buschchiropractic.com. We'll send it back to you, Pat.
All right, thanks, Alyssa. My problem is too many swings. That's always the trouble for me.